Yeah, I'm shut down on the Michael Oziak channel. Got shut down over there. Again, I don't know, some flagging thing or some shit. Just there's a question mark at the end of it. So I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to go in there and ask why or some shit. I'm not going to bother. Um, so that means this should be a 2-week suspension on the Michael Oziak channel so far. I'm going to try to upload this after I get done with it. These are moon going through the telescope, moon videos. I'm just going to do one because I don't even know if the Miguel Everyone channel, if I can even get in there or not and upload in there either. If I can't, I know I can still label videos. So what I will do is if this does not upload, then I'll go and label everything in the Miguel Everyone channel and switch over to my last channel, which is the Flat Earth Mountain channel. I'm letting the moon go light to light here, but what I'm actually looking for is that this is not a full moon. And I'm going to try doing is I'm going to try getting to the bottom of this, what I've been calling the moon clock, and what I'm going to be calling, the shadow. I want to know if the timeline, that's what I'm going to call them, my brilliant words that I'm always making up, words that sound familiar, but this is actually literal. The moon timelines. So people won't call them lines because they're not straight lines, they're curvature to them. There's this crescent, obviously. So people are gonna probably not like that too much, but anyways, moon timelines, and these lines, I believe, I'll find out when I go and look at the videos good, but these lines are cropping images for us as the moon goes through our sky. And I'm just gonna do a little turn while I'm talking. I'm doing 360s on my camera, just like I always do. I'm letting it go light to light. And what I'm going to do is, once I get it to the computer, I'll go back. If it uploads, then I will go back and see where the lines are, if they line up with these crescents that I'm suspicious. And if that happens that way, I was going to try to get it last night too, but I just lost another good friend. Probably one of my best friends. Not probably, was definitely one of my best friends. And so I'm all fucked up from that too. And then I just lost someone else a couple weeks ago to a suicide, and now I lost this friend, and I'm all fucked up right now. But I seen the moon coming through last night with the shadow. I had a clear shot of it, but I couldn't stop crying, so it was no sense in coming out and trying to do it. And today was pretty much the same fucking thing. I'm bawling my eyes out all day, and now I just figured I better fucking get out here and try to do something, distract myself. And so I'm looking for these timelines in the moon. And if they line up, I'll show them to you guys. I'll show them to anybody who's coming. Unfortunately, it's going to be on the Miguel Everyone channel, which still only has 4 subscribers, and no one ever watches the videos over here. So you got, like 0 to 10 views, and I usually am the one putting in all the views over here on this other channel. But so yeah, here it is right here. It's just coming fully into my telescope. It's not a full moon. It's a little over a 3/4 maybe. So if my if I'm right about this one, I'll do other ones as well. I'll have to obviously start next month, because this moon here is a waxing moon. It's getting larger every day. I'd want to do it every day I can, and I have done this in the past, waxing moon versus weaning moon, and I've done them like that. So, anyways, I have done those, but never paying attention to the timelines. What I'm now calling the moon timelines, I never put that together. That just happened under the Harold Cott series. And then once I was onto it, just like everything else, I just figured, all right, it'll come to me when it comes to me, kind of thing. And hopefully, other people out there are looking at the same thing and that kind of shit. Um, but I don't see that happening. Not when I check people's channels. I see nothing like that. Yeah, I'm not really letting it go all the way out. I don't really have. I'm just gonna do one video tonight. So let's. I don't know. Let's see. I guess I'll just let it go to there, and then I'm gonna give it a turn. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just doing some videos of the moon. Huh? Yeah. Dongo's just trying to come outside. I came out to the porch door, so hold on, be back in about 20 minutes. I can see so far, I'm right about these timelines. I know this is only the first night of looking at them like this, but see, I didn't want to go to other people's photographs or videos for this. I wanted to do myself because I didn't know if anything had been changed in anyone else's videos as far as shadows, moon crescents. So that's why I wanted to do it on my own, and from what I can see so far, every time I'm flipping this camera around, I can see the images all cropping. So I'll fine tune it, of course, when I get it into the computer, and I'll remaster these videos, and I'll know even further. But so far, it does look like it is falling on a line. So if that's the case, I'll keep doing these videos like this, and I'll see which lines crop which images, and then I'll have to, I guess, identify and number or letter each line, and then that line is going to change, of course, because season to season, even as the moon goes around, like I was saying before, wherever you're standing on this earth at any given time. So right now, this moon clock, the way that I think works is with the moon map model. The energy comes down, the sun and the moon act as a voltage regulator. The moon has a connection all the way through with the earth as it goes around. Now, whether that's a full connection or a half connection or a partial connection, or if it connects individually as it goes around, I'll show you what I mean when I get back to the dry erase board. Because that's going to be another question I'm going to have for myself, especially seeing the seasons and all that stuff. But one thing at a time. Let's first establish these timelines really actually are timelines. And if they are, that will be the next step. Even if I don't do it, somebody else can feel free to do that as well, you know. And there's a lot of people out there that know more than I do about all these things, you know. Just have to get it out of your mind that the moon is a big fucking rock, and you'll be all set. And then you can, especially people that are have psychic ability, let's say, or enlightened in some way, and that's one of the reasons why I called out Brother Sanchez, because he was so big on the moon, but he's I don't know, it seems like he's just another agent. When you really get down to it and you see what it is I'm trying to show you guys is real. This is real, man. This is for everybody to do. This is not for just one or two people to do. And then once you know the timelines, and once we figure that out, then they're going to crop in the opposite direction as well. You know, because of course it has to, because the moon is going around us in a clockwise rotation anyway. Opposite of what they tell you, you know. What we tell you, what we tell ourselves. Yep, it is. Each time it's rolling through, as I do each turn, it's cutting off. Some images are being perfectly cropped for you. So if it keeps doing this every stage through, every night, waxing and weaning, it should not take more than a couple months to figure this out. And then we'll have a real timeline. We'll have a real timeline that the false creator/creator always intended for us to use. The same timeline, I'm sure, that the ancients were using. Or I should say the pre-ancient. Because even the ancients seems like, if our history, well, who knows, because everything's been fucking lied about so badly. But if the history, even between the lines, has any reality to it, even then, don't even bother with it, really. It's just still fucking all false. Just those little bits and pieces of truth. I think we're better off just sticking to the original plan I said from the beginning, which is you have to see it for ourselves. So in other words, evidence that's still left here from thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years. We don't even know what the real timelines are because carbon dating has been falsified. Carbon dating is false. It's all based on false math and false science, for that matter. So I wonder what I got tagged for this time. I know I had to delete a couple copyright strikes under the Candace Owens series, but that's not usually strikes. It says you're not playing by the rules type of notice, similar to the last one I got. So that means that this one is going to be 2 weeks, because the last one they said was going to be 1 week, and that one was 2 weeks. So I don't know. Maybe this is the third one, and it'll be a month. If this is the third strike, then it'll be a month, and then I'm pretty sure I have to go in and give explanation and special circumstances and everything to get my channel back, which I can't see doing. Not me. I'm not going to do that. I'll just go out, do another channel until they shut this one down. That's why I said that's probably why they got 116 subscribers on my channel, because if they want to flag the shit out of all my videos, and I only have 5 subscribers, let's say, right, to 10, maybe 10, then it's not easy for them, because you have to have so many strikes, and they have to be put in by different accounts. Same person can't go in and give somebody 20 strikes or 20 complaints or whatever, because it takes so many complaints before they turn into strikes. I mean, they get me on the copyright strikes because it could be anything for a copyright strike. It could just be driving up to the gas pump and the radio's playing on the side, and something like that, or somebody pulls up in a car next to me with a radio on, and you get 5 minutes or something while I go in and get a coffee, not realizing it or not thinking about it. or not caring about it, I guess, more like the case. I'm trying to remember a date on something. Something really weird that happened one time too. Weird, cool, strange, fucking psychedelic all at the same time. It was really strange. And I never figured out what it was either. I never knew what it was. But, anyways, I was out here doing a video of the moon just like I'm doing now. And I'm trying to remember if it was Trump's first year in office, I think it was. Probably mid year. Because I remember being pissed about him not doing anything about the mineral streets. And he promised that he was going to put a stop to all this climate change bullshit and carbon tax bullshit and all this kind of stuff. And then, so saying that to me meant he was going to stop the mineral streets, because anybody that knows anything, which not too many people do for some reason, they don't want to look. The mineral streets are, that's what causes it. It's controlled. It's a controlled environment, and we control it. The humans control it, and we claim that it's nature. So, turns out that we're not able to. Trump wasn't able to stop anything either, and it didn't look like he even wanted to, because as soon as he got in office, he was hobnobbing it with all the space alien wannabes and NASA and everybody like that. And everything. So he was obviously part of all the bullshit stories. And then, anyways, I was out here one night and I was doing videos of the moon, and oh man, there was fucking millions of them. I could never have counted them. They were up little tiny points of light. They were up really high. They almost looked like they were above the fucking stars. They looked really far away. Could hear no noises. Couldn't hear any noises, and they were by the millions. There was just so many of them, and they kept coming and coming. And then after the first hour of watching them and being amazed, I couldn't do a video of them. It's nighttime and they're too far away. I mean, I can't even, get good videos of stars even are hard to do. So, anyways, I went on Facebook after an hour or two of watching them myself because I realized, oh my God, they're not going to stop. They're really just going to keep going. So I ran in, I posted on Facebook, go look up at the sky right now tonight. And I put down the date and everything like that. It was the wrong date. It was the wrong date. So it was like, I don't know, because I don't pay attention to calendars or clocks or anything, not unless I absolutely have to. And so when I went inside, I don't know, I was obviously off, but I didn't notice until like a week later or something. I was all pissed off because I'm saying nobody on fucking Facebook even went and looked, you know? And they might have gone and looked, but then they probably thought to themselves, you know, they see the posting and then they're thinking, he's fucking nuts. You know, what's he talking about? Oh, it's something that he did 3 days ago or 4 days ago or whatever, because the date was off. What's funny about that date, too, for some reason, I don't have any evidence for this, but the January 6th, I think, was the day. I think that was the day that happened. And I don't have any way of finding out. I guess I'd have to go to Facebook and look up my old files or something in order to find out. I don't know that it'd be worth it, but maybe that'd be a hell of a coincidence if it was. But for some reason, that January 6th is sticking in my head for the day that happened. And the only reason I even thought of that is because I think it was January 3rd or January 7th or 8th or something along those lines that I put in for a date, and it was on January 6th that it happened. Because I wanted to say, you know, I posted and I said, it's January 3rd, get out there, check this out, you guys got to see this and all this. And then it turned out that anybody that would have went to it, oh yeah, it was the 3rd. It was the 3rd. I'm not positive, but about January, but I'm thinking for some reason that's sticking in my head. So I posted January 3rd, and it was already January 6th. So anybody that would have went and looked at it would have said, well, we missed it already or whatever, and they would have never looked. So in other words, it was my fault anyways. Not that anybody would have went and looked anyways, but it was incredible, man. It was fucking the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And I had to keep, waking myself up to what I was seeing, because I'm just, as usual, when I think about stuff that happens like that a lot of stuff happens like that. Whether it's imagery that's just banging, unbelievable and undeniable, and you'll be pointing it out to family, friends, neighbors, whoever, and they'll see it, and they'll see it really clearly, and then that's it, and they say, oh yeah, that's something. And then they walk away and they never ask about it again. They just go and tell their mate he's fucking nuts. And even though they'll see it, because sometimes I'll get them to describe it and talk about it a little bit and stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, they see it. How the hell can they walk away from it after seeing it, Because everyone prefers their imagination over reality, that's why. But you got to see that with everything, with the mineral streets. You get to see that with a lot of things that are just all around us, right in front of us. We can see it, and we choose to ignore it. I think I gotta go a little higher with this one. Yep, those timelines are lining up. So far, every time that it comes through, they're lining up. Yeah, I always wondered what those lights were. I mean, there was way too many. We don't even have that many jets on this Earth, so they couldn't have been jets. So whatever they were, it was pretty incredible. I got to start turning because I'm running out of time. I just want to do this in one video. I think I'm already out of time. Yep, son of a bitch. Alright, that's going to be it because I'm just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to stay out here. Alright, I'll be back. Just want to get one more second at this angle here. Maybe I'll try to do a couple turns actually before the camera ends. Shit. Fucker. Here we go. Okay. If I can not move it too much. That's the side I want. Yep. Good, good. Okay, I'm almost back at my starting point.